Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more. Afterward from our sponsors, please stay with us.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Most Asian markets enjoying the afterglow of the U.S.-China tariff suspension that's fueling hopes the world's two economic superpowers will step back from a punishing trade war.
In addition, yesterday we achieved a total reset with China after productive talks in Geneva. But the talks in Geneva were very friendly. The relationship is very good. We're not looking to hurt China. China was being hurt very badly. They were closing up factories. They were having a lot of unrest. And they were very happy to be able to do something with us. And the relationship is very, very good. I'll speak to President Xi maybe at the end of the week. We have some other things we're doing.
Top-level negotiators said after 2 days of talks in Geneva over the weekend that the United States would reduce its 145% duties on China to 30% for 90 days, while Beijing would cut its retaliatory measures to 10% from 125%. Here at home, Philippine shares extended its winning streak following a generally peaceful midterm elections. In corporate stories, Ayala Corporation reports a 4% slide in Q1 net income to 12.6 billion pesos, dragged by lower earnings from Globe and AC Energy and Infrastructure. Mint, however, which is behind e-wallet, GCash, and under Globe, did provide stronger contributions. Ayala President and CEO Cesar Consing says they remain constructive on the year with strong starts for the banking, real estate, and fintech business, while the telco and energy businesses have some catching up to do. Their smaller and newer companies, meanwhile, are turning the corner. Still in earnings, Jollibee Foods saw an 8% decline in net income attributable to equity holders of parent at 2.4 billion due to higher below-the-line items. Operating income, however, managed to grow 18% to 4.8 billion despite a 56% spike in ad spending. And Philinvest Land nets 1 billion pesos in Q1, up 8%, as consolidated revenues grew 12% to 6.04 billion, driven by strong residential sales, sustained leasing momentum, and improved profitability across business segments. The company is also fast-tracking the opening of new malls in Activa Cubao and Mimosa Clark, both drawing strong tenant interest due to prime locations. And Union Bank has updated its Philippine bonds program, doubling its size to 100 billion pesos. The bond program was established back in April 2019 with an original size of 39 billion and was subsequently upsized to 50 in 2023. And in case you missed it, Globe Telecom reports a modest 3% growth in Q1 profit to 7 billion pesos despite a slight dip in its top line, weighed by a challenging market environment.
Davao City delivered a landslide victory for former President Rodrigo Duterte as he retakes the city's mayoralty post in this year's elections. Despite being detained in the Netherlands, thousands of miles away from his bailiwick, 662,630 votes out of the 777,000 votes lodged in Davao City picked Duterte as their mayor for the next 3 years. Duterte's rival and former cabinet secretary Carlo Nograles ended his mayoralty bid with only 80,852 votes. Duterte's legal counsel Nicholas Kaufman said that the result of the 2025 midterm elections demonstrates the electorate's clear desire for the former president to be returned to the Philippines and a rejection of the Marcos government's alleged attempt to stamp out Duterte's legacy. Because of Duterte's absence, his son Sebastian, who won the vice mayoralty race, is expected to serve as Davao City's acting mayor. Sebastian's elder brother Paulo successfully defended his post as the 1st District Representative against challenger Migs Nograles. Isidro Ungab, a longtime ally of the Duterte family, was also re-elected as 3rd District Representative, while Paulo Duterte's eldest son Omar will debut as a neophyte lawmaker after clinching Davos' 2nd District congressional race.
It's a very exciting experience na matagaan ko opportunity to serve na mong district.
Omar's brother Rodrigo Rigo Duterte II emerged as the top councilor in Davos' 1st District and will likely serve as acting vice mayor once his uncle Sebastian is named as the city's acting mayor. After the 2025 midterm elections, all local posts in Davos City are now held by Duterte family members and their close political allies. In Bicol, former Vice President Leni Robredo was hailed as Naga's first female mayor.
Pinaka-dream ko, hindi lang na pagbutihin palalo yung buhay ng mga Nagenyo, pero maipakita sa buong bansa na pag may mabuting pamamahala, taong bayan din yung makikinabang.
In Batangas, veteran actress and former Governor Vilma Santos makes her political comeback after winning the gubernatorial race. Her son Ryan Christian Recto topped the congressional race in Lipa, but her eldest son Luis Manzano lost his vice-gubernatorial bid to political veteran and outgoing Batangas Governor Hermilando Mandanas. In the Visayas, House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, who run unopposed, will continue to represent Leyte's 1st congressional district, while his cousin Alfred Romualdez was re-elected as Tacloban City Mayor. The House Speaker's son Andrew Julian Romualdez won a seat in the legislative chamber as the first nominee of Tingog party list. Over in Albuera, Leyte, Kerwin Espinosa won the mayoralty seat despite being gunned down weeks before the elections.
Nabaril ako, hindi ako namatay. Ang pagkaintindi ko kung bakit hindi ako namatay, may misyon ako dito sa Albuera na ang sugo ay ang nasa taas ay ang Diyos natin.
Despite earlier admitting to being involved in the illegal drug trade, Espinosa now vows to curb the spread of illegal drugs in Albuera. His brother R.R. Espinosa was elected as his vice mayor. In Cebu City, voters dismantled the Garcia political dynasty, with Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia losing her re-election bid to Pamela Baricuatro, a lawyer who is part of Duterte's Partido Demokratiko Pilipino. In Cebu City, the Garcias also failed to clinch the mayoralty race after voters picked Nestor Archival as their new local chief executive and former Cebu City Mayor Tomas Osmeña as their vice mayor.
Wala pong dagdag bawas, wala pong shade.
The Philippine Commission on Elections has debunked allegations of dagdag bawas or vote manipulation in the results for the 2025 senatorial race. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia explained that there were media outfits that release election results without cleansing the raw data or information it received from the COMELEC data server. Garcia was referring to a process to avoid a duplication of information.
Kanina kasing alas 2 na madaling araw, nagkaroon kuno ng dagdag bawas o nagkaroon ng pagbabawas ng boto. Una muna gusto kong liwanagin, ang COMELEC, wala kaming pagsusuma total. Nakita nyo lahat yun. Wala kaming pag-ranking, hindi kami pwedeng gumawa nun. Bawal, sapagkat kami ay kami ang COMELEC.
He explained there were only 2 media outfits that had the program to cleanse the raw election results from the poll body's data server before publishing it. Garcia made this clarification after election results for senatorial race went viral because of an alleged discrepancy and decline of about 5 million votes received by a senatorial candidate. The poll chief maintains there is no rigging of election results and the whole process can withstand the scrutiny of an audit.
Wala po. It's just a matter of nag-correct sila. Kung sino man yung nag-correct, kinakailangan mag-adjust at mag-correct dahil nga po sa nadoble yung mga boto dahil pinaprocess na gaganon. Kaya kinakailangan meron kang program para lang linisin at hindi madoble.
On Tuesday, the National Board of Canvassers or NBOC resumed its session and received certificates of canvass including the results of the local absentee voting or LAV. Initially, the NBOC was able to canvass COCs from the LAV, Ifugao, and Baguio City. Garcia said they need to canvass a total of 175 COCs to be able to proclaim winning candidates for senators and party list groups. According to Garcia, winning senatorial bets can be proclaimed by Saturday. COMELEC spokesperson Attorney John Rex Laudianco says there will be partial proclamation of winning party list groups.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very familiar face. He was interviewed in this show a couple of times before, and here he is again because he's a very popular personality in our community. I'm always proud to interview this guy. He is so amazing. I'm telling you, help me welcome Mr. Tyrone Teham.
Hi, Tita V. Good
How
afternoon.
are you, Tyrone? And okay, Tyrone is really a multi-talented, multi-accomplished personality in our community. And well, professionally, he is a physical therapist, and he's doing other side jobs where he's also accomplished in other lines, believe it or not. Hindi ho basta-basta side jobs lang ng talaga accomplished. He's an accomplished person, and I salute him, actually. Ibig ko sabihin, ako, fan rin niya ako. Okay. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our show, Tyrone.
It's nice to be back.
Yes, you're back, and you will be back some more. And okay, I invited you this time because of there's an incoming show coming up here in Chicago, and we would like Tyrone to announce that show, to tell us what the show is all about. And okay, Tyrone, first thing, what is the show all about?
Yes, I'm thrilled to announce that finally Sweet Notes is coming to Chicago. Their YouTube sensation. Now, believe it or not, they have a total of 1 billion views across all platforms. And we have really been working very hard to bring them here to Chicago. And in fact, I'll be flying to Colorado also. They also have a show in Colorado where T Media and Events happen to be the line producer. So we are handling 3 of their concerts. We are handling Colorado, Chicago, and Indiana. So their show in Colorado is going to be May 9th, this coming Friday. And then Chicago will be May 23rd. And then Indiana will be on May 24th. So that's Sweet Notes. They're like they're the popular sequencer band all the way from General Santos City from the Philippines.
Well, is this the way you announce it? Is this some kind of a road show?
Yeah, it's a tour. It's a U.S. tour. Tita V. They are performing in a total of 12 cities here in the U.S.
Oh,
That
okay.
finished their tour, I think, in Europe and Australia, and then now the U.S. And then they will have their, I think, if my memory serves me right, they're going to have Canada and Dubai, I think.
But you are producing the show here in Chicago.
I am partnering with Adren Entertainment and Onstage Productions.
Oh, you're partnering with who?
With Adren Entertainment and Onstage Productions. Yes, they are California-based production outfit.
I see. Okay. I thought their name sounds familiar. Weren't they supposed to come here before? They were scheduled to come to Chicago.
Yep, they were supposed to come late last year, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we moved their show to around this time. And as a matter of fact, they already had their first 3 shows last week in Hawaii, and all 3 shows were sold out. So we are very happy. We're in Chicago. I'm pretty sure they're going to be sold out too, as well as the other cities.
Really? It sounds to me that they are great entertainers, huh?
Yes, they are. And not only that, Tita V, we also have another show after the 23rd here with Sweet Notes. There's another show on the 31st, still with T Media and Events. And this is with Bunot, Roland Abante, the one of the finalists for America's Got Talent. So he will be performing also here in Chicago the 31st at Chicken at Atiatihan.
All right, tell us some more what this group is doing. I mean, why are they so popular?
Sweet Notes, they attribute their popularity back in during COVID. During COVID, there were no bars, no live performances, and so they opted to entertain the public using social media, and they were discovered by music lovers, and since then, believe it or not, I think as of last count, I think they already have like 5 to 6 million followers, and as I mentioned from the in the beginning, they have a total of 1 billion, over 1 billion views across all platforms. That's how popular they are. And my experience with them when we first announced late last year that they were coming to Chicago, all of my VIP tickets got sold out in less than a month. And now we're getting there too. As we speak, we only have like 30 VIP tickets left. So that's how popular they are.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
They're also equally popular, for sure, back in the Philippines.
Oh, for sure. Exactly. And the good thing about this couple, they're actually a real life couple. And the good thing about them is they play all kinds of music, all genres. So their market, and that's the reason why we didn't really have a hard time marketing and promoting the show, is because they cover a large audience, from the youngest to the oldest. They cover any type of song, any genre, you name it, they play it. So that's a good thing about them.
Okay, can they also play old favorites?
Oh, for sure. You wouldn't believe they are a young couple. They are a young couple, and they can play like back in the 60s, 70s. If you
Wow.
them perform on YouTube, you would put a smile on your face. And I have some friends, just in passing, I mentioned to them, just like what I'm doing to you right now. I just say, you know what, try to watch their videos on YouTube, and they got hooked. And for lack of a better word, they got addicted to Sweet Notes. And as a matter of fact, some are flying in from other states to watch them perform in Chicago, because out of the 50 states, they're only performing in 12 states. I mean, yeah, 12 states. So their big fans from other cities are flying into Chicago.
Great, terrific. How many members in the group?
There are just a couple.
Oh yeah. This is the couple. The husband and wife, is it?
Yep, husband and wife, all the way from General Santos City. So, and the good thing is they are they call themselves a sequencer band, so that you don't really have a big setup, no drum set, nothing like that. But when they perform, it's as if you're listening to a big band. And it's as if you're watching a big band in front of you, because they own the stage, and they will really make sure that people are standing and dancing, are enjoying. And
Oh, I see.
I already have the program flow, and they will be performing for a total of 2 straight hours, no breaks.
All right. Where can our viewing audience purchase tickets for this show?
So there are 2 ways, actually 3 ways to purchase tickets. We have, first of all, for online ticket buyers, you can visit www.filtix.com. That's FILTIX.com. And then you can also reach out to our local front acts, for the opening acts. We have 4 in Chicago. And or you can send me a direct message. And right now, as I was saying earlier, we are almost sold out for VIPs. We only have 30 tickets left as we speak for VIPs. So I encourage everyone to not waste time. If you want the best seats, give me a call or visit filtix.com.
Great, terrific. And all right, Mr. Producer, after the Sweet Notes, what is your next project in promotion?
We have one a week after Sweet Notes. We are doing Roland Abante. Roland Abante, he's fondly called Bunot among Bisaya, because he is from Cebu. So he is an America's Got Talent qualifier. He's one of the semifinalists, or one of the finalists of America's Got Talent. He is performing in an intimate show, Chicken Ati-Atihan, this coming May 31st. That's a weekend.
Birthday. May 31st.
May 31st, a Chicken Ati-Atihan. So that the good thing about this one is it's a Saturday, and it's an intimate show. So nothing beats watching a show that's really intimate, because it's a good experience with America's Got Talent qualifier. And of course, our very own Natty, my wife, will also be performing. Will be doing duet with Bunot.
Who?
My wife Natty will also be.
Okay. All right. Okay.
She will have a duet.
Very own. All right. Okay.
And I will also be doing my set as a DJ after the show. So it's gonna be like concert experience and a DJ experience at the end of the show. So it's gonna be one evening of fun and merrymaking.
Great, terrific. Okay, Mr. Tyrone Tiham, we wish you good luck with you this undertaking, a new undertaking and promotion. But besides promoting, DJing, voicing over, uh, beating,
Yeah.
what else don't you do?
Yeah, you know what? It's I call it passion. I'm a physical therapist by profession. I'm a DJ by obsession.
Session, okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy music, and I MC, and something we do on the side because it's to balance off. While I'm with healthcare, life needs to be balanced. So on weekends we socialize, and that's our way of socializing. Being a DJ or an MC or a voiceover, being with events, and being able to help the community.
And you excel in all of those that you touch. You have the Midas touch, I guess. You
Thank
turn everything into gold. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Maraming salamat, Tyrone,
you.
for gracing our show today. And you have to keep in touch with us for other promotions or other projects that you might have in the future. All
Always,
right.
as I always say, see you at the concert.
Okay. All right. It's always our honor. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Tyrone.
Bye, everyone.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting and very popular, respected and renowned individual in our community. This woman is really very interesting, and she has been doing a lot of work in humanitarian contributions through medical mission. Her name is Miss Nora Chai. Do you know her? It's very
Good afternoon, people.
very popular.
Good afternoon. We're all.
Hi, Nora. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for this.
You have been around the community, the Filipino American community of Chicago, and you are really doing a wonderful work out there serving the community.
Thank you.
And that work is as a medical missionary. Miss
Thank you.
Nora has been doing medical missionary work through the years. And let's hear from her because she's on her way to retirement, she's saying, and through all this work. Hi, Nora. Welcome to our show.
Hi, Cprtv. Thank you for giving me this privilege to be interviewed about our project in the Philippines.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm very thankful that you are gracing our show today. Nora, okay, can you please share with us some of the exciting and interesting experiences that you've done through medical mission?
Well, actually, this dream of being able to help marginalized kababayans started when after graduation, I worked at the USC Charity Hospital in the pediatric section of the hospital. And I saw the poverty and the need of the people because they didn't have money to cover the expenses in the hospital. And I promised that if I will be lucky in the future to have the kind of funding, I'll be able to help them. And that's how it began. My commitment with the Philippine Medical Association of Chicago started in 2005. So that would be 25 years. So I've been joining their mission through the years. And then, of course, I adapted other projects and we did outreach projects with my family members on a smaller scale. And it just, I guess, got bigger, better, and more fulfilling for the family. So, and the last one was actually after we had an accident in 2018, and I did promise because we were survivors that I would do payatas, which was in my bucket list, anyways, and Baseco. So I was able to do that. Baseco was this year in February 16, 2025. And I think promises that I gave out to friends that I would do the mission, it has been fulfilled. And I think that's going to be my last one because I'm already going to be 80 this year.
Well, yes, because you've been doing it through the years, and maybe you are really getting sick. I mean, really tired of doing this.
Oh, it's time for me to attend to our personal stuff, at home and even start downsizing, I guess, and start moving and make life simple.
So professional, you are a nurse.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention that.
You'll
The
be
bachelor's
working
degree.
as a nurse. And that's why you are doing a medical mission in your.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree from University of Santo Tomas. And I did work throughout in the ICU, CCU area of, in nursing. That's what I primarily did with my profession. Anyways, but then I sort of just joined the registry when I married Fred, so I was just registry or part-time through the years. Maybe like working 2 days a week or once a week just to keep my license in order.
All right. And so out of your retirement is when you thought of doing this philanthropic work actually. And and this is just for the Philippines or what? Have you done other countries for your medical missions?
Not really. I was going to join the Bolivia group, but for some reason it did not happen. But my heart also was if I have to go to another country, I would rather go to the Philippines and touch different areas in the Philippines because we really, really need help. I mean, the people do need help as far as medical, surgical, even dental, even as simple as circumcision. There's just so much that the Filipino people can benefit from doing the mission in our country.
I think you're still young to retire from what you're doing.
Veronica, I'm gonna be 80 this year.
You're still young. Yeah, look at you. You still look so pretty.
We will still continue to contribute, participate, but nothing big anymore because this last one was actually our Thai medical, dental, and surgical mission, and it was really, it was successful and it was really big. But I was lucky because we had a lot of good, dynamic donors and volunteers. So I couldn't have done it without them anyway. So it was really very fulfilling and a good experience, a very good experience for the family members who joined us, which is our children and grandchildren.
Yeah, you also your children and in-laws, right?
Yes. Even our 4 years old was distributing goods, and she was just became a different person. She's usually throw a temper tantrum, but in the mission, none of that. She was going around distributing goodies, snacks, loaf of bread. She was just simply happy doing it. And she asked me if I'm gonna do the mission again. Not not that she knows what mission really means, but she did ask me if we can do it again.
That's
So
very nice. A very good example to show your children and grandchildren how to help other people. And
yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
you have mentioned a little
That they
while.
will continue that.
Very good.
So, anyways, yeah, it is a good feeling that, you know, actually the I always say the phrase, and Brian actually wrote it down in the book that they wrote for about the mission. And I would summarize it by saying, this mission, even if you do the medical, giving the medicines, or well, the dental, which is good, but the surgical is more of a life-changing procedure for the kids because of the cleft lip or upper palate or removal of the tumor. And the goods distribution for me is actually just temporary in the sense that you just give them a good day for one day. And I always say it's like a speck of light that we are able to give to our kababayans because their lives they're living is dark. They're in the dark. And but for the people, they really what do you call it? A yearning for like food. So that one day doing the goods distribution is like fiesta for them. And to me, it's a speck of light that I give them to those lives who are in the dark. A lot of the children even go through garbage to look for food. So when you give them something good, like even simple carne norte, they'd say, sarap lola, kasi mas masarap kaysa sa basura. That I was told to me by a girl, and I always remember that.
Okay. You were talking earlier about these places that you went to, the Baseco and the Payatas. Can you please explain to our viewing audience what these places are in the Philippines?
Okay, make it quick. Payatas is known as a Smoky Mountain. Payatas was a garbage dump, and it became so huge, like, well, it's like a mountain or mountain hill. And a lot of the people do live on the base of the garbage, or most of them would live on top of the garbage because that is their source of livelihood. They do recycling, and a lot of them just live on top of the garbage dump. So it was emitting methane, so that's why they called it Smoky Mountain. But one day it erupted and then buried a lot of people. From what I understand, 700 people were buried alive, and that is Payatas. The garbage now has been moved to Montalban, so they have cleared up that area and it's fenced. So I don't know what the project is going to be for that one. And then Baseco is actually, I really don't know the details, but it's called Bataan Shipping Engineering Company, which was started by the Marcoses. And I guess it was maybe a dockyard, a shipping, or I don't know, maybe Philippines was doing business in Asia, or maybe I was even thinking maybe that was the time they were doing something with the Bataan project. And but then when Cory Aquino came into power, she sequestered the whole area. Then eventually, when the time for former President GMA, she sequestered, I'm sorry, Cory Aquino sequestered, and then GMA took it back and then opened up the area for our kababayans to be able to reside there. I guess I don't want to use the word squatter, but they were allowed to live there, for free. So there was an influx of a lot of people from the south, and it became a residential community. But it is now the biggest poor urban community in the Philippines, Baseco. Or they have port area and they have also Tondo. That's Baseco.
Is there some kind of a kind of a hill or mountain that they built, or to live in?
No, Payatas, no. It was all garbage dump. That's why it became parang, hindi naman mountain, but just, a big amount, tall amount, I mean, many garbage disposals from different places. And so it became like a hillside. Now, Baseco, no, there's no mountain, or it's not a garbage dump area, but it's more residential area that it was open for the people of the Philippines to stay for free. So people came all over from the north, actually marami from Mindanao and the Visayas area.
And their daily living is by rummaging through the basura.
Yeah, the Baseco people, sorry, Payatas people, yes. That was their livelihood. They went through the garbage, and then they'll collect like plastic bottles, paper goods, that's being recycled. And of course, a lot of them, because they're hungry, they do search for food. It's leftover. So narinig mo yung, ano bang tawag doon, where they get the leftovers and then they stir fry it and then they sell it, or that's their food for the day. I forgot the term that they use, but they collect all the leftover food, like extra food from, McDonald's, Jollibee. Oops, sorry, I'm mentioning them, but something like that. I think you know the term, but anyway, so that was their livelihood.
I see. So, well, helping people like this, I'm sure really it makes a tug in your heart, and I really don't know how you could do it all these years, but must really be your humanitarian heart to be helping.
Yeah, it started many years ago, and actually, I was able to involve the kids, and we did small scale outreach, doing Hospicio de San Jose orphanage, and I took them also to some poor areas like even Tondo, and we did also Gawad Kalinga, which is in Bulacan and Parañaque, and I am proud to say that we were able to help and build 50 homes for the people dislodged from the river of Marikina. And they were transferred to Towerville, which during our time, I think it's Sapangpalay. And those things happen without plans. It just happened. I guess I was meant to go back there and do something, because I did go to Sapangpalay when I was in senior year of my nursing profession. Anyway.
What tips can you give to our viewing audience, or for those people who want to follow your footsteps?
Oh no. Many times I also say, what am I doing here? When you do this charity work in the Philippines, it's like I've asked myself too, what is the government doing about this? But if you really look around, even the United States, we do encounter homeless people. So putting that aside, I just thought I will just do the best I can to be able to make a difference in someone's life. Never mind about politics, government, or whoever. That is my personal agenda with Fred and my family. And because it is a satisfying experience, it just so meaningful. I can't explain it to you, but to see a smile of a kid who was eating like the small amount of pancit we gave him, it's so hard to describe. Indescribable feeling. Happy. I'm really happy. Actually, that's why for many, many years I really don't talk about our charity project for the most part, with the other people.
Well,
I just want to do it as I call that, diba, we have purpose in our lives. And when we had an accident, I think something was telling me that I have to give back more because we survived and we are alive. So.
all right, very good. Dora, I know you're
Yes,
very.
ma'am.
I thank you for gracing our show today. So we're running out of time, and I congratulate you for doing the good deed that you're doing for our the people of our community in the Philippines. And also, I've heard that you're going to be the recipient of the humanitarian award in this upcoming.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I will qualify. It's
Congratulations
okay.
ahead of
Reward
time.
or no reward, I will continue.
I want to tell our viewing audience that Nora was a recipient of our the Viatime Cprtv Hall of Fame twice already, and the last one was she was the Woman of the Year for the Chicago Filipino Asian American Hall of Fame. All right, Nora, good luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you for your friendship. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
And more blessings for the coming years for you.
More blessings for all of us. God bless.
Thank you.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in this point.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer the question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents. This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Carino-Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. State Fire Marshal James A. Rivera and members of the Illinois Fire Service gathered today to honor and remember a fallen Aurora firefighter and recognize those who went above and beyond their duties at the 32nd Annual Fallen Firefighter Memorial and Medal of Honor ceremony. Today, we gather with gratitude in our hearts as we honor the brave firefighters of Illinois, those who are serving every day and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. To the families who have lost loved ones, your sacrifice is not forgotten. We hold their memories close and vow to carry their legacies forward with dignity and respect as we support, invest in, and stand beside the fire of service. Today, we gather to honor and remember our brothers and sisters who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and to celebrate the remarkable legacy they have left behind for others to follow, said Illinois State Fire Marshal James A. Rivera. Susan G. Komen, the world's leading breast cancer organization, today announced they will host a Race for the Cure this spring. The 2025 Komen Chicago Race for the Cure will take place on Saturday, May 17, 2025, uniting survivors, families, and advocates in a powerful movement to fund research, provide patient support, and drive meaningful change for those impacted by breast cancer. Every 12 minutes, a woman in the U.S. dies from breast cancer, and new data reveals a troubling increase in diagnoses among younger women. In 2025 alone, an estimated 12,160 women in Illinois will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and over 1,600 will lose their lives to the disease. While we've made tremendous progress, the breast cancer death rate has dropped 44% since 1989. Far too many lives are still being lost. In fact, experts estimate that 1/3 of breast cancer deaths could be prevented if every patient had access to timely, high-quality care. There's so much work left to do. Funds raised at the race allow Komen to meet the immediate needs of breast cancer patients through its free patient care center and offer services such as patient navigation, financial assistance, and emotional support. It will also fund research breakthroughs and critical patient-centered protections that allow more lives to be saved. The Illinois State Highway Toll Authority is being asked to explain a costly mistake to taxpayers. State Rep. Tom Weber said a report from the Daily Herald highlights how a contract for tollway construction west of Chicago went to the wrong company. Weber said the work agreement on the I-88, I-290, and I-294 interchange was given to a company from out of state, even though state law gives preference to Illinois companies bidding up to 4% higher. The new contractor came in who, because of our 4% Illinois preference law, that was the mistake that was made, Weber said. With warmer weather comes tick season and the annual observance of National Lyme Disease Awareness Month throughout the month of May. The Illinois Department of Public Health is urging the public to learn how to protect themselves from ticks and Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a serious bacterial infection transmitted through the bite of an infected tick, said IDPH's Director Dr. Samir Vora. Lyme disease is the most common vector-borne illness in the United States, affecting more than 500,000 people nationally each year. As the summer approaches, I encourage our residents to learn to fight the bite and protect yourself and your loved ones from tick-borne illnesses. If you have been in wooded or high grassy areas and are experiencing symptoms, fever, fatigue, headache, and a circular rash, see your healthcare provider immediately. IDPH has created pocket cards, a tick defense knowledge check crossword puzzle, and other materials for school-aged children that make it fun for everyone in the family to learn how to protect yourself and your loved ones from tick-borne illnesses. U.S. and Chinese officials said Monday they had reached a deal to roll back most of their recent tariffs and call a 90-day truce in their trade war for more talks on resolving their trade disputes. Stock markets rose sharply as the globe's two major economic powers took a step back from a clash that has unsettled the global economy. Trade Representative Jameson Greer said the U.S. agreed to drop its 145% tariff rate on Chinese goods by 115 percentage points to 30%, while China agreed to lower its rate on U.S. goods by the same amount to 10%. Near the end of his life, Pope Francis reportedly donated his remaining money to care for incarcerated prisoners. Francis died April 21st at 88, making him the second oldest pope in Vatican history. Although the Roman Catholic Church's finances had become an internal issue, Francis was asked to support prison ministry initiatives financially. The Pope had long displayed solidarity with the poor and marginalized. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.